Welcome to Dogcast. I'm your host, David Andrew Weeb, and today I wanted to talk about why a marketing mindset is the wrong mindset. I recently read a book called The Go-Giver. It's a really great read, and I would definitely recommend it. The book is basically a story, and it talks about how serving others will ultimately benefit you. It's a formula for success. Having said that, that shouldn't be your motive for serving others or adding value to them, because then the formula really won't work. And this book got me thinking about how to connect with people on a broader scale, but also how to connect with people using email or social media. I think what I realized is that as a musician, marketing is really the wrong way to approach it. I think us music marketing guys might be partly to blame for this because we call it music marketing when really the focus should be relationship. I think the first problem with the marketing mindset is that if you always think in terms of marketing, and I'm using air quotes there, you'll always be thinking about how you can sell yourself. And a bullet point under that is, if you're not a born salesperson, you won't post very often. I think this is what happened to me while I was still actively pursuing a career in music, because I would rarely update my Facebook page. And when I did, it was only to announce a show or the release of an album. And rarely did I ever take the time to engage with my fans. And if that describes you, you might just want to loosen up your schedule a little bit. Maybe not too much, because social media can end up being a time waster. But the whole point of social media really is to socialize and connect with people. So when I approached it with a marketing mindset, I really didn't do a whole lot because the idea of marketing really didn't resonate with me. The second point is that if getting out there is the only thing you think about, you won't think about serving others. Social media is there so you can build a community. So really, when you take shortcuts, you're really kind of shortchanging yourself. So what I mean by that is that you need to vary up your approach. You need to post photos, you need to post videos, maybe giving people an inside look into your creative process, and you also need to write heartfelt or just human posts. In other words, don't just post, but engage. And you might want to pay attention to some of the smaller things too, like if you're posting a link to another website or a blog post or an article that you've written, don't just use the default image. Try to find a picture that will really engage people. And the third point is that if all you do is sell, you're not going to get the results you want. I still see a lot of bands or a lot of musicians posting the same things over and over. Come and check us out. Listen to our brand new track. What's the value? There is no value. This goes for email and other forms of communication as well. If you're going to email me, I hope that you're at least going to acknowledge that I have a blog or a podcast. Always start with the other person in mind and then talk about what it is that you're contacting them about. This does not mean that you can't ever tell your audience what you want them to do. You can be more direct. You can say, hey, sign up for our newsletter. You can say, hey, buy our album. You can say, hey, come on out to our show. However, those messages should probably be the exception. Think more in terms of building your community, and then they will do what you want them to do. So if you're not getting the results that you want right now, you may want to change your strategy. I think serving others can ultimately become an all-encompassing thing. So when you do it in one area of life, you'll begin to see how you can do it in other areas of your life as well. So if you enjoyed this episode, I'd really love it if you join us over at the Facebook community, which is at facebook.com/Dogcast. And of course, you're welcome to check out the website as well at dogcast.com for additional resources.